All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely is by far the greatest Superman comic ever made. The creative team synergized perfectly, creating one of the best reading experiences of any comic. While the entire series is one story, each issue stands very well on its own, aside from one 2-part arc. I'm going to take a quick look at issue 6, which I think might be the best single issue of Superman ever made. So this is All-Star Superman number 6. As you can see, it's got the regular All-Star trade dress, and over here it says it won the Eisner Award for the best new series, which I think was definitely deserved. I really like this cover. It's one of my favorites from the series. It takes a very minimalistic approach, especially with the gravestone, and it just creates a very powerful image. Maybe I'm not the biggest fan of the effect on the sky, but that's just my personal preference. Taking a look on the inside, the comic begins in Superman's past when he had just moved to Metropolis and has come back to Smallville to visit his parents. There's a scene of him speaking to his dad and playing with Crypto, and then some strange men arrive in the dead of night. These strange men ask to help out with harvesting on the farm, and Pa Kent, of course, accepts. He likes to do things old school. He doesn't like to have Superman just harvest his crops at super speed. So, meanwhile, Clark Kent goes to visit his old friends at a diner and has a little reunion. So, Superman is watching these new farmhands, and using his super hearing, he finds out that they have superpowers. And he's very suspicious, but then this strange guy in basically a Superman costume, just with a different logo, appears. He explains that he's a Superman from the future and is a member of the Superman squad, and these are the other two members, and they're here to stop a time-traveling monster called the Chronovore from basically destroying the planet. So these Supermen of the future go to stop this monster, but try to get Superman to stay back. But he doesn't want to, and fight and pushes past them and uses his laser vision, flies to help them fight this creature. He's tackled down by a future Superman, and a fight ensues while the other Supermen are trying to tackle the Chronovore. Meanwhile, the strange farmhand with the bandaged face approaches Pa Kent, who's watching this fight unfold, but he can't tell what's going on. It just looks like a hurricane or a tornado. Meanwhile, they keep trying to fight the Chronovore, but Pa Kent dies of a heart attack, and they couldn't stop it. Superman couldn't stop it because the Chronovore ages everything it touches. So Superman missed out on 3 minutes of his life and could not stop his dad from being killed. He flies off, hoping to save him, but it's too late. There's this amazing double-page spread of the funeral, and Superman gives a rarely touching speech in his Clark Kent persona. The new farm hands also show up. When he comes home, Clark Kent just breaks down with his mom. As that's happening, far off from the distance, the Supermen of the future are watching. The Superman with the bandaged face unwraps his bandages, revealing it's the Superman that this series has been following the whole time. The Superman from the kind of present day in the continuity. The idea of All-Star Superman is that Superman is dying, and this is one of his final wishes, to speak to his father one more time. Then he's approached by this golden Superman, the leader of the Superman squad, and is gifted this amazing golden rose, which is an indestructible flower from New Krypton. The comic ends with my favorite panel. It's Superman kneeling against the grave of his father and placing the Kryptonian rose by it. All-Star Superman is one of my absolute favorite comic series ever made. And this issue in particular is especially touching and carries maybe the most emotional weight of the series. This is a very personal story for the writer because around the time before Grant Morrison started writing All-Star Superman, their father died, and this comic basically processes the emotions that they felt. I couldn't recommend All-Star Superman enough. Luckily, it's very easy to find. It's available in the cheap, compact format. But personally, if you have a bit of extra money, I'd recommend you get it in a larger size with better paper because the art is just amazing. I am an absolutely massive fan of Frank Quitely, and his collaboration with Grant Morrison is basically unmatched. It's like the best creative team in comics. I hope you found this video to be valuable, and thank you for watching.